Taiwan's college entrance exams got underway on Friday with virus precautions in place due to the outbreak in Taoyuan. High school students took subject tests in Mandarin Chinese, English, and social studies, all the while wearing face masks. These test takers included 7 students who were undergoing either home quarantine, home isolation, or self-health management. They were picked up by private cars and sent to take their exams in an isolated venue.
Early in the morning, the PA system reminds students to follow public health rules. Friday was day 1 of the college entrance exams. At this test site in the vicinity of a COVID-stricken hospital, the atmosphere is noticeably tense.
Yes, I am anxious because there are a lot of people who have come out of that hospital and you don't know if they're carrying the virus.
But for anxious teens, there's nothing to do but to strap on a mask and take their seat. Parents have been barred from the campus. This mom said goodbye with a hug before sending her kid in.
I told him that he must wash his hands frequently and that he must wear a mask. I told him to pack some extra masks in his bag. If his mask gets wet, he should replace it.
Amid a resurgence of COVID, masks were mandatory throughout the exam. Each test room was capped at 42 students. Windows at opposite corners were cracked open 5 to 10 centimeters to maintain ventilation. Arrangements were made so that 7 students in home quarantine, home isolation, or self-health management could sit the test in an isolated venue after arriving by private car. Outside this exam site in Taipei, parents sit in a long row, waiting for the children to come out.
My concern is that he'll feel ill halfway through. If he needs help with anything, his parents are right outside. This year, there can only be 5 PTA parents inside each school during the exam, so we're waiting outside.
Student ID verification usually happens in the exam room itself, but this year, due to real name registration rules, students were screened right at the gate. To disperse crowds and lower transmission risk, some students made arrangements to stagger their arrival.
This time we're being more careful because of the epidemic. Some students arrived around 7 or so to line up.
Strict precautions are in place across the nation. On Friday, 4 schools detected students with fevers who were moved to isolated test rooms.